He's good. He's just comparatively less bad.
1 second, Space. Space had a question for me. What's up, Space?
Yeah.
Who do you like better, Yuuji or Midoriya? Who better, in your opinion?
Yuuji Midoriya.
Who's that? The second name.
Easy choice. It's My Hero Academia main character.
Honestly, Midoriya, yeah. Like, and not for any reason other than like I just think Midoriya is a little bit more. His moves are cooler. That's it, though. Like I think both of them.
Midoriya? If it's not Izuku,
Deku.
Does Deku have 3 names?
Actually, Kamui?
What?
Yeah, he is Deku, Izuku, and Midoriya.
Deku is his
I think
hero
his
name.
full name is Izuku Midoriya, and Deku's his nickname. So
No, Deku's his hero name.
Oh, can they just call him one name? I thought JJK was bad enough with the 2 names. Now they're doing 3. I'm not watching My Hero if they're doing this shit.
Oh, they call him Deku, idiot.
Yeah, Deku.
Yeah,
Deku's
idiot.
I'm dumb. So anyway.
But yeah, I like Deku more just because of his movesets. Also, I don't know. Like,
well, not going because
I don't like
Yuuji.
Yuuji. I think Yuuji's a little just too nice. Like, he's just a little too nice, probably.
Kamui, you actually answer this question, and I think it is actually a valid question, as goofy enough as it is to say. The one episode of My Hero Academia you've seen versus, we'll just go anime only, all of season 1 and 2 for freaking JJK. Who has the better main character, Deku or freaking whatever pink hair's name is?
Itadori, Yuuji.
Well, based on the one episode, I would say Deku because of I like Yuji's personality, but I just don't think Yuji's goal doesn't push the story forward. It's just it just doesn't. Like the story's moving for reasons completely separate of you outside of what Gojo, the culling games, but
that's
everyone's goal, and it's not his overarching goal either. That's just his art goal. But like, his overarching goal does not push the story forward whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like, what is Yuji's goal? Defeat curses. I said that too earlier. It's like it's such a he's just bland. Like, okay, he's cool. I have no problems with him. He's not a pervert. He doesn't sniff anyone's undies. He's not vastly. His voice isn't annoying. Like everyone
came at a weird time.
Well, I'm just saying, like, no, we're talking about like annoying ass MCs like Konosuba type deal or perverted MCs. Like he's not a pervert. He's
ball boy.
He's just boring though. But he's like, you can't say he's not boring. And I tell this to my wife all the time. She's like, he's so sweet. I'm like,
he's a sweet baby.
I'm like, honey, but like that's not compelling. Like, okay, what? I'm like, what's his goal, honey? She's like, I'm like, all right, we're done. Love you, baby.
Being cute is his goal, okay? Let him be sweet baby. Okay?
I mean, he's got to be something for the story, right?
Oodie,
we gotta protect him at all costs.
Could be him, or
I don't know if we've done the main character likability chart for Yuuji or not, but now could be a good time just to illustrate the point of likable versus good character.
You know what? I'd be down to do it. Good. Just because I went on a whole freaking spiel to Cam about it the other day.
Give me a minute to go
back. Did you? Oh yeah, you did. And I was like, well, not really. I wasn't really. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's this.
Hold up. I told myself I was going to bed not going to bed, but getting off at like 20 minutes ago. How deep into this podcast are we going? I would have stayed for the whole thing, but damn.
Oh yeah, we haven't even really started the main topic.
Wait, what? You're joking.
You're trolling. We got to the reaction videos we planned to start with.
We have this derailment to do real quick. Then we have the video reaction that we haven't even started. And then we have the actual topic about fixing JJK.
But we should let this man go to bed if he needs to go to bed.
I thought that I thought everything we were doing this earlier was the topic. Oh my god, you knuckleheads! Why can't you guys say
So this is why intro topics is probably the worst and best thing we've ever come up with.
Why did we have Attack on Titan? There was no point in bringing up Attack on Titan.
No, there was a point. It was relevant. All right, Oodie, can you send me the thing, or can you just share your screen? Either way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hate to be a loser, but I do have to call it. I have to be a pro. All right, I'm gonna start counting. So I need like 3-5 hours for streams with y'all then.
Yep.
Yeah.
God dang!
right.
I thought my wife was needy.
I was
Man.
hoping we could do a short stream ending at 4 a.m. It's probably not gonna happen, but that was my hope.
What happens for you now?
No, it's not
It's
happening, bro.
2:20, so we have an hour and 40 minutes to
Oh,
possibly hit
God.
that goal.
And you guys do this like every day. I could never be a podcaster. Maybe I'm not as serious about YouTube as I thought. I'm gonna make a video saying the real reason I quit YouTube. It's gonna have you guys' picture in there. It's like they told me the hours I needed to put in,
And I would believe it.
I couldn't hack it. That's what it'll say in the thumbnail title with me shrugging my shoulders. Instead of my face, it'll be the black guy with like his hands on his like side of his head, making the weird ass duck lips face that everyone uses for TikTok clip videos. Like I couldn't hang with the best. The real reason I'm quitting YouTube to start my OnlyFans or something goofy like that. Or I'm only streaming on OnlyFans or Kick or whatever the new streaming platforms are. I'm old. I don't know them.
That's weird.
Anyways, before I go, I gotta give a huge shout out to the Walky Talky podcast. I'm sorry I'm a boomer, y'all. It was a job, but I can't stay up late. But dang, these guys, they go all over the place. But it's always awesome to be here. So if you like me, if you love the Walky Talky podcast, smash that like button and shout out to them.
And shout out King of Chaos. His links are in the description below. So if y'all want to go check him out, definitely go do so. There he makes a lot of awesome videos. Freaking board show and everything.
I appreciate it. Bye, everybody. I love you all.
Bye, King of Chaos.
Bye.
We'll have you on for the
Thanks for
actual
coming.
topic some other time.
Sounds good.
By the time you wake up, we'll probably be on it.
Oh my god, y'all are crazy.
All right.
Poor man.
So, Oodie, what's funny is, I think we actually did do this now that I'm looking at it again, because I remember saying that he decided he wasn't skilled, he was playing nice, he wasn't obsessed. Did we give him hard work?
You know what? We did do it. I remember clipping it. You're right. I clipped this.
Yeah. Did we say he was likable or not?
I don't remember. We can watch the video. We get a chance to pull it up.
All right.
You did it?
Let's go look for the video real quick. Just so we can
hilarious.
show everyone who's watching to go find it. What's in the title, do you think?
Easiest. It's going to be in the JJK playlist. There's not going to be much there. It's going to be the most recent one, probably. While you're pulling that up, I do want to have a fun little story. So, Cam, when I was telling you about this chart, it's funny. We were having a conversation
no
like, I don't know,
JJK
an hour or
playlist.
2 hours. Yeah, on the channel. It's going to be there.
Not in YouTube Studio.
It's unlisted. I'll tell you that for free. But anyways, so can't see. So we were having a long conversation for a day, just talking in DMs or whatever.
Mhm.
By the time I got to the character chart, coincidentally, I was like going to a movie, and so I was sitting in the movie theater waiting for the movie to start. Like as the ads are playing, I'm texting you, and the movie like starts as I finish texting you. It's crazy. It's the funniest thing. But so my point being, this movie I went to see was Twisters. I don't know if anyone's here seen it yet. It's like a new movie. It just came out. It's about tornadoes, obviously. So the beginning of this movie was probably one of the greatest, most obvious examples of this exact thing I've ever seen. It's like beat for beat at the beginning of the story. It was like, oh my god, this character is the most obvious, plain, nice character ever. Oh, there's obsessed, there's skilled. Oh, check off the checklist. Oh, there's a tick off there. Oh, they're in danger. Yep, leads to unfair injury. Makes sense. Oh, yeah, the courage. It's like one by one. They fundamentally just dismantled this entire thing by giving it to the main character in the most obvious way I've ever seen, as well as all the characters around the main character in the first like 5 minutes. It was the most incredible start ever in this regard. It's the most obvious thing.
Maybe you
And
were
the
just
funniest
hyper
thing-
aware of them because you just talked about them, you know?
Well, but I'm always hyper aware of them. I just happened to have just talked about them. Like,
Mhm.
I wasn't
But
going
yeah.
in expecting, okay, are they going to do this here? It's like, oh my god, it stands out so much.
Oh,
Like, they have this same chart, but like for the opposite for villains. So instead of like sympathetic qualities, they'll be like villainous qualities or whatever. Because again, like I never actually sent you this chart or like told you what's on the chart. So this is you seeing specifically what these 9 things are, and they have a thing for villains. The funniest thing, it's like not the deuteragonist, but like the foil character, I guess, the secondary lead character, I thought was gonna be the main antagonist, and then just was the love interest. But it's hilarious because, like, again, one by one, they were giving this character villainous qualities before they redeemed him around the midpoint.
Oh, really?
I
Huh.
was shocked. Like, movies don't usually do that, but all right.
They wanted to get it
Like,
out of the way
usually-
quickly, okay? They want no confusion.
Literally. Like, usually in stories like Tangled, to where they do have the love interest be like a bad guy that gets redeemed, at least he's charming and stuff from the beginning. He's funny, etc. No, this guy was just like a jerk from the beginning of it. Like, and like for the next like 20 to 30 minutes of the film, he was just the villain. I can't believe it.
Yeah, for real. That's so weird.
Yeah, that is my story of Twister. All right, so Kamui, did you do stuff?
Yeah, I found the video I put in chat. What's funny is that we don't even show the thing. It's just you and your bed this whole video.
Yeah, so that's the part where I forgot that I was recording me.
You look very comfortable.
And oh, thank you. And so I'm gonna have to like edit it or something.
I mean,
So,
Those long arms. Oh my gosh.
it might be funny for the common engagement. Probably wouldn't be good, but it might be funny to just have it like this. Just for the meme. What's also weird though is I couldn't find it in studio, but on the actual channel itself, I could find all the other playlists, but not in YouTube Studio. It's weird.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Like it's just not in.
But
Unless it's. Oh my god, I hate myself. Never mind. You know what? I retire from doing that.
Looking wrongly, weren't you?
Kamui's just on the struggle bus, okay, these past couple days.
So,
Bro, I have to save this man's. I'm here to help. Without views or
with all that out of the way, do you want to finally do the JJK React video?
if I were just not even doing Itadori again. all out of the
Oh. Well, we did that. Okay, we'll do it again. Take it
why
away.
don't we do another?
Cam, would you say that Yuuji is skilled at the beginning of the story?
Yes.
In like chapter 1?
Yes.
Can you substantiate?
Well, we see him, he doesn't like want to do sports or whatever, and so the coach challenges him and he's able to like throw that ball super far, and they're like, he like beats a record or something. So that shows his skill, right?
So what you're saying is kind of why when we first talked about this, I said it can be arguable because he's skilled in, like, I guess, well, that's not really necessarily skill so much as it is just physical abilities, but
look, the guy's holding a baseball bat.
But he's also not gifted in the
skill.
main power source of Jujutsu that the story's about. He literally doesn't even know about it yet. So I guess it really just would boil down to the way you're trying to look at it.
Yeah, but in the beginning of the story, they're like, you don't really have a, a curse technique. You just got your fist, bro.
Which could be an indication of him having lack of Jujutsu skill.
Yeah, I'd say he's skilled anyways. He packs a punch, bro.
See, but this is the thing, again, because the video isn't titled, is Itadori a likable character? It's titled, is he a skilled character? Because that is what this video is about. 90% of our discussion on if he's a likable character is determining whether or not he is skilled. So, like, it is very much so interpretable up to debate or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is strictly just the beginning of the story. So
yeah, you know I'm Midoriya.
Oh yeah, and then like with the bear thingy, the cursed doll, is that what they're called? Like he's able to like control his cursed energy to where like it's still while he's watching the movies, and Gojo's like, oh, he's able to do that so quickly. I mean, I'd say that's a skill.
So that time at the beginning,
Sort of the beginning, I would say.
I mean, it's not the first
It's weird
episode, but
because
it's the beginning of the story, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a movie, so it's kind of hard to use this. It's anime, it's episodes, 24-minute episode, like really like 20-minute episodes.
Yeah,
I almost
or
feel
maybe-
like you almost have to just do it based on the first arc or something, just because, like, for example, the Momoshiki arc of the anime, it gets dragged down the anime, but like the general story is just a movie's arc, so you could probably use like the first few episodes of an arc, I guess, as your guideline.
That's fine.
But
So to get to the discussion, I'm first going to bring up the example. So I always go to Rick Grimes as the example because I always do, because freaking screenwriting, of course I do. With him, he's considered skilled because we see him put into practice his skill as a cop. It's not just that he's hardworking or whatever. He actually is a good cop, as we see. He like uses his gun and has good aim, etc., etc. He can reload. He knows what he's doing as a cop. But again, The Walking Dead isn't about being a cop. That being said, it is in a way like about being a survivalist, about being skilled with a gun. So in a way, those skills translate over. You could say Itadori's skill of strength translates over to he can become good at JJK, Jujutsu Sorcerer or whatever. He beats up the curses in episode 1 or whatever with his fists. That's fine as well. If he even does that, I don't remember. But compared to Fushiguro, who just like is in particularly good, almost like a mentor figure to Itadori in that first episode, Itadori as a foil is like coming across as not skilled because he's like learning the ropes in this regard. But like you're saying, in like episode 4 or 5 or whatever, he's showing prodigious talents in terms of skill. So does it translate over that? It's a difficult question.
I think that
answer,
also
but
depends on whether you got to ask the question of talented versus skilled is another thing. Because some people might have the capacity to become skilled very quickly and easily and to an extreme level. But if they're not skilled, like actively skilled, for example, if I just have the talent to be like the world's greatest clarinet player, like our boy Squidward, but I've never played the clarinet yet. Okay, you're not gonna say I'm skilled at the clarinet. You're gonna, I have the talent for it. It's just, but I'm not there yet. So you have to ask, like,
But
this makes it seem
we
like
don't
it's
even know
supposed to be
if
you
you have the
currently
talent for
are
the clarinet,
skilled,
though.
but.
this, I think, would be the difference between someone like Sasuke and Neji. They're both skilled. Sasuke, we saw put in the work. That's not to say that Neji didn't. And this could apply to Neji in a way if you like have that context. But like the point is, it's almost like in tandem with the hard work point. It's the skill is the results of the hard work. But if you don't put in the hard work, that's not skill, that's talent.
Okay. So you have to see the hard work being done to get the point of the skill.
Well, I think the skill is more just like you can currently do it versus having the capacity to do it. It's just like you already are there.
Yeah, but you have to see the result of it.
Yeah.
The result of it, but like you don't need to see the hard work itself. So like Rick Grimes, we didn't see him training as a cop to learn how to load his gun, but we know obviously through common sense that he didn't just know how to aim a gun since birth or whatever.
Yeah, it's so like with Yuuji, if he's like talented enough to be a really skilled sorcerer and he learns quickly, but in the first few episodes he just straight up doesn't know anything. I don't think we can call him skilled in terms of jujutsu. You could argue he's skilled in terms of like general fist fighting, but that could also be just his innate physical talents versus his skill. But you can maybe just argue for his like fist fighting, but not his jujutsu. But jujutsu is like the main thing. I guess, you know, and say like it's up to how you want to interpret it, really.
Yeah,
because again, if you do like equal stats, you just give everyone Itadori's latent strength. I don't think Itadori, even like in a fist fight, would be very skilled compared to other characters.
Yeah.
No, because most of it is just his physical gifts. Like that's why he loses the Maki. So like earlier JJK at least, Maki would always be him, even though Yuuji is like, even in episode 1, so this isn't a spoiler, he just implied to just basically be Maki, but he gets cursed energy, and yet he still keeps losing the Maki anyway. So, because Maki's more skill.
Yeah. But
Play nice.
anyway.
I don't think anyone really had contentions with it being play nice.
Well, I did, just for fun, mention that he was like trying to scare his friends.
Oh yeah, but like, but he's played nice. Obsessed though, nah, bro's not obsessed.
Obsessed.
Does he know what he wants to
What
do?
does it say though? What is it? What is it?
We
trying to
like
say? I can't
relentless
read it.
people pursuing a clear goal.
I put it in
like,
chat.
It's like Naruto being obsessed with becoming Hokage / bringing Sasuke back. Deku becoming a hero.
No.
Light Yagami trying to change the world with a death note. Eren to slaughter all the Titans. You know, it's like almost like one-tracked mind. They don't have to be one-tracked mind, but like that when the character's a one-track mind on their goal, that's an easy indication that they're obsessed.
I think I would have to say, but it has to be a clear goal. I mean, he does say he wants to get rid of the curses, but we don't really see that through the story because, like, we kind of lose track of him a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
So
even
then
then, is he
we can see that.
obsessed with that, or is it just his goal? Like,
Yeah,
we don't even know why
it's
he
just his
is
goal.
obsessed. Well, we do, but like, is it really worth being obsessed? I don't know.
I mean, it's more like it seems like he wants to protect his friends and the people around him. Because that's why he ate the finger in the first place, was to protect his friends.
Yeah.
So that seems like a goal. Is it a clear goal though?
No.
His friends that he refused to see ever again.
You know, goodbyes are painful for some people, okay?
Okay.
You know, some
He
people
doesn't even
don't.
need to say goodbye.
Yeah, he just
Stand-
leaves.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he has a clear goal besides just like wanting to protect his friends, but like I said, we don't really see that. So. Oh, Space, you're breaking up.
Are in a finger that had a trail road?
What?
In a finger.
What about him?
In a
is that a
finger.
clear goal? I can't count it, bro.
Definitely not.
Yeah, does that have a trail road in the fingers? In all 20 fingers? Does that count?
That one's more interesting, but I'm gonna say no, because that's more of a reactive thing than a proactive thing. He's told that he has to do that, otherwise they're just gonna kill him.
Yeah, it's basically like Gojo's like idea, like, you know, why don't we just have you eat the fingers before we kill you? You know what I mean? Like,
It's almost like a reluctance, if anything.
And why does he join? Why does he join the academy in the first place? He joins because he doesn't think it's right for him to be laying back and doing nothing while everybody's like trying to find the fingers, or everybody's fighting when like he kind of knows what's going on out there.
it's kind of like
Well,
the
he was
grandpa thing, you know, like kids are trying to, but that's clear goal.
But that's
Give
not
people
super
pri-
clear. I mean,
that's
we're
just-
all kind of like maybe this, maybe that. So it's not like super clear.
No, Naruto or Dead too, or any of that.
You know, Naruto wants to be Hokage. See, very clear.
Yeah.
On here. Naruto.
Like, compared to every other anime I have watched, it's like night and day, like, difference in terms of the clearness of the goals. I think the only one who really could compare would be Boruto early on. Just be a ninja like Sasuke. Okay, is that really the most clear? No. In the movie, get Naruto's attention. That is clear though. So it depends on if you're looking at the Momoshiki arc, if you're looking at like the rest of his story. But like I said, that's. But even then, like get Naruto's attention is more clear than Yuuji's, I think.
Really don't get my point.
Moving on.
Poverty.
So
This was another one I think we were a little bit like wishy-washy with. Not as much as skill, but because it's like he's hardworking guards, but like I wouldn't say he's the most hardworking in terms of the goals. He's not really directly pursuing it. That's the thing. It's just weird.
I'm gonna say he isn't because he doesn't work hard for the things that he achieves. Unlike someone like Lee.
I mean, he trains hard, but he's also so gifted at the same time that it's like makes it tricky.
Yeah,
His
then
training isn't even hard.
now like Dead 2 will Dead 2 need to learn how to use his powers.
I mean, that Black Flash training was kind of hard. That training he did with Toto.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Toto made him work hard.
Toto made him work for it, man.
He didn't even know that was training. I'm not counting that.
Not his training. That's training. He didn't know how to use Black Flash until
It
then.
counts as training. He was definitely working hard at the release.
But it just happened.
That's like all the Forest of Death training.
I mean, as long as they're working, this isn't about training. It's just about working hard. So as long as they work hard at the Forest of Death.
Whatever. Sure.
So yeah, so I'd say he's hardworking. Okay.
Okay.
And he works hard on his missions. Okay.
You
Doesn't
like
slack
almost-
off.
We almost dying.
I mean, I do think it probably at least somewhat matters, like relative to your verse. So maybe Yuuji is not as hardworking as say Rock Lee, but it's a different story. So within JJK, I would look at probably compared to other JJK characters. You know, how hard does he work? I mean, to be honest, most of the cast just feels like they're hardworking, but like I think Yuuji probably works harder than like Panda or Inumaki or Noritoshi Kamo, not the evil one, but the kid one, and so on. Some of them just like
I think
see half of them.
Panda's like Neji, to where he's already put in the work off screen. So by the time we get to him, where the story catches up to his story, he's already at a high level based on his hard work.
I mean, I think he was just born that way anyway, just because of how what he is.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
So you poverty point though to him.
But granted, though, like you said, though,
But like we see in JJK 0, he's still a student. So like by the time we get to him, again, I feel like it's like Neji or like the.
That's what I was about to say. I think that's true for all
whatever.
this. I think every sorcerer is hardworking, to be honest. Like the only, honestly, the one person I would probably give this to would be like Maki. Maki would be like the one that's like, okay, she had to work harder than everyone else because she had, you know, the Rock Lee disease, basically. So I would give it to
like
her.
Not hardworking.
Huh?
Someone like Shoko, I would not say.
Oh yeah, no, Shoko's definitely not getting
Yeah,
her.
Shoko cheated to get in. She cheated her way through medical school. She said so.
Hilarious.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Well, Naruto cheated his way through the junior. Actually, no, Naruto didn't even do that.
He did.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't
Can't
cheat.
even say
He
that
just got
part.
away with doing nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, he was supposed to cheat, and he didn't do that. So he cheated by not cheating.
In that case, cheating is the hard work. Naruto chose the easy path. But he's telling Obito there's no easy path to becoming Hokage. Okay, hypocrite.
That's me, actually. Yeah, Naruto. It would okay. This makes no sense in the story, but imagine if Obito said like, Hey Naruto, you say that during the written exam or the Chunin exams. You took the easy route by doing nothing. Naruto's like, how do you know about this?
I was
But yeah,
one of those proctors
Anyway,
all
I
along.
wouldn't give him this.
but yeah, so Yuuji's Palpatine, point though to him.
I wouldn't give him hardworking, just relative to his verse. Loved by others, I think he's definitely at least liked by others.
I mean people want him to join them in that sport team or whatever.
It's not because of who he is, it's because of what he is. But no, this is pretty easy just based on his grandpa alone.
Yeah.
I think he has courage based on episode 1. Or actually, did we say... No, yeah, he was afraid and he got over it, so he has courage.
Yeah.
He's in danger of being executed.
We do know that from the very
over
beginning.
By Sukuna.
The first thing we see. Funny as that is.
Unfair injury. I wouldn't say it was unfair that he ate Sukuna's finger. He chose to do that.
Now, bro's got the opposite of an unfair injury. Bro's got an unfair blessing.
Yeah, I love that. The unfair blessing.
Yeah, but I don't know. To have Sukuna in your head. I don't know if I want that in my head.
Because he chose to do it.
I know, but I'm just saying in general. Okay.
In fact, didn't he choose that thinking that was going to kill him on the spot, like instantaneously?
It was a chance. Right? He did take the damn bullet.
No, he didn't. It normally would, I think, but there's a small chance that it wouldn't. But he didn't know that.
I didn't eat the damn bullet.
So if anything, having Sukuna in his head is a blessing. He survived.
If anything, Sukuna got the unfair injury that Yuuji was the one who ate him.
Injustice.
Exactly. It was his own fault. He literally chose it.
He's definitely getting funny.
Well, I would say like it is like unjustified. Like he's being persecuted. You would say by the jujutsu like system. You know what I mean? Because he is like on a leash, you know. And then he you know they try to kill him at the Goodwill event.
That was tricky because he did choose to do it, but he also didn't know that was gonna happen. So
is that even an injury?
Would you say he was wounded by the injustice? Or is he just given injustice and he never got wounded by it?
Yeah, I think that is the case, actually. Like, he kind of doesn't care.
Like, yeah, he hardly cares. Gojo has helped him get around half of it anyway. It doesn't really feel like... And during the whole time when they were trying to kill Yuuji, freaking Todo was distracting Yuuji so much and getting in the way of people killing him that Yuuji probably doesn't even know he was being targeted.
Stop it.
Like, he sort of just accepts it and drops it. It's never really even brought up again. At least not from him.
Yeah, okay then. So, yeah, I can drop that one then.
I think he's definitely getting funny, playing nice, loved by others, courage and danger. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for sure. Debatable for skill and hardworking. And unfair injury, I guess. Nobody has any... He's not obsessed. That's just no. So, maybe between the three, we can say he's got 5 for sure, maybe a 6th. Any contentions?
No.
And then, as I was telling you, Cam, typically screenwriters aim for 9 out of 9. And, like, Twister, they nailed that on the head in the most obvious way possible, as early as they possibly could have. 7 out of 9 is, like, the bare minimum that you really want to have a likable character. So anything below that, you're sort of failing your main character by not having them be a likable character. Not saying that they're unlikable, but like people just usually wouldn't care about them, which ironically fits for Itadori. A lot of people don't care about him.
I will say
Hey,
though,
what?
a lot of our examples have been anime shows versus the movie. So the slower pacing aspect compared to a movie probably plays a little bit of a role here. If you were to look at like Yuta in the movie, that could be interesting if we can blitz through it. He's definitely playing nice.
And he
I
is
could give him
obsessed.
obsessed. He had a clear goal for Eureka. Skill, he came into it with nothing, but like he immediately got like skilled. So like, I might be able to give him that one.
I don't think so, because he didn't come into it with skill, you know?
Yeah, so we can skip that. So he's getting hardworking.
But he is hardworking.
Yeah,
you know, we saw the training he had to go through, different techniques he had to learn anyways.
Yeah.
Would his love from Rika and his teammates be enough for this one? Because he's like, everyone else is afraid of him. But like, he's got like those who really like him.
I think that count.
I'd give it to him, yeah.
Okay. Courage, I think, is fine. In danger, I would give him.
Yeah, because of ghetto and stuff, yeah. And
I would give him this one, even though it's technically it was so accidental that he cursed Rika and was having to deal with all this shit. I mean, it's kind of that one's tricky.
Oh, and he also he had to move away from his family because of Rika.
Yeah.
I would give it to him. I mean, honestly, I think Yuta's getting everything but skill.
Yeah, and he's funny too. There's some humorous moments with him, you know.
And people say they would have preferred Yuta to be the main character.
I mean, why? I would personally.
The screen thing to pinpoint exactly why. This is the elaboration.
But I feel like Yuta's character arc and Yuta's thing has been like completed. So I didn't want to see Yuta as a main character in this story. Oh.
Yeah, I think in that case, well, they just wouldn't have had. I mean, granted, JJK 0, Volume 0, it's meant to be a shorter story. They would have just dragged out the Rika story. He just wouldn't have overcome Rika for a lot longer, realistically.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like the perfect story as it is. And like, I would want him to be the main character of this story, you know?
It's a movie like 2 out of 10.
So what Midoriya? What we do Midoriya? I did have some issue with Yodai's point about Midoriya.
You guys can talk on this one, because I can't.
Yeah, actually we did. We did Midoriya twice. One, just in general, I did, and then 2, for fun, we did Season 3, Episode 4 exclusively, just so Kamui could join in. Just assume that's the story.
With some point.
So what we do of MHA videos, it would be in there. Pretty sure we're there for that too.
But yeah, what do we do him? We do Midoriya. I did agree with some of your point.
Yeah, we already did, so there you go.
Stop.
Anyways, my point for saying Yuta isn't to say that I think he should have been the main character, regardless if I do or don't. I really don't care. But it's to say this is why people say it. Is because they like him more as a character because of this.
I still like Yuuji. He's my pan dulce, okay? He's my baby. Love him.
I'm not sure how you would change Yuuji. I'm not sure how you turn white Yuuji to make him more white.
He needs to have a clear goal. That's what I feel like you need to sell him on.
But what would that be that makes
psychologically not justified in liking Yuuji? So as long as you're okay with that.
Oh, gee. And maybe like make him more obsessed, you know? Get those 2 things down.
Make him better.
Yeah, it would make him better. And then, like, spend more
So-
time with him because we spend so much time with all the other cast and their fights and Shibuya. Like, you spend more time with him.
I haven't brought this up yet, but I